Okay, when you pull up this screen, it may say points, but you don't want to say points. Click to the right, origin and scale. And you've got this thing that looks like this, and you're going to put the beginning of the line at the beginning of the ruler and the end of the line at the end of the ruler, and this will tell the software that that's a meter. Then you're going to get something, oops, give me a second over here. Then you're going to have something that looks like that. But that is the origin, the XY origin, and you put it right on top of the ball. So now you have your origin on top of the ball and your meter stick all lined up, and the software knows what a meter is. Now click the left to points. Now this thing will, you can adjust it. So make this thing about the size of the ball, slide it over like that, and it's exactly the size, well, pretty much the size of the ball. Then you come down, tap, come down here. Let's move the video just to where he lets go. And then I'm going to bring this thing over here and bring it right around the ball and tap. And then slide it down a little bit more and tap. And then a little bit more, and you just keep tapping. Bring that down and tap. Bring it down and tap. So you keep sliding this thing down, and you keep tapping right on the ball. Okay? Keep tapping on that ball, and the dots will get further and further apart. We're going to keep, I think I didn't make this big enough. Let me make it, oops. Let me make this nice and big as the ball. And tap. And you get the point. You're just going to keep tapping and tapping, and the dots will get further and further apart. So do a better job in making that little target just as big as the ball. I didn't do a good job. Just as a bit tap. And then you go all the way down to the bottom. Now let me show you what happens when sometimes you make a bad tap. Watch, I'm going to tap right here, and that's a bad point. So you know what? I'll tap and drag and delete. And then I've got to go back, circle back, and then just now I get it right. I can go backwards and tap. And then you just keep tapping, and you keep tapping, and eventually it's going to hit the ground, and you don't want it to hit the ground. So maybe this is the last one right here. Maybe this might not be right. Let's see. Tap. Oops. Right. Good. And the dots should get further and further apart. Now tap away, and now you're going to choose. You go up to the right. See the graph on the upper right? Tap. And we don't care about the first two. We care about these two right over here. Look at how the slope starts flat, which means that v equals 0, gets steeper and steeper in that nice smooth way. Now look at this v versus t. That's the dy versus t plot. Look at the v versus t. The velocity gets slower and slower and slower in a nice linear way. Look at the bottom. It kind of gets flat, and that's probably not so good. So I'm going to hit done. I'm going to delete that last point. Let's circle it and delete it because it must have hit the ground at that point. Now tap away, and now we're going to choose the thing in the upper right with the arrow. Tap, choose Logger Pro, then open in, and then graphical GW, and then you're going to go up to the right and make it one graph, and then choose this, and you choose deselect everything but choose Y velocity and tap away. Click and drag, then go over here and view statistics and apply a curve fit, a linear curve fit. Perfect. And I got, well, my slope is negative 10 meters per second squared. Not quite 9.8, but there you go. Then you do a screen capture. You know what I forgot? I forgot to tell you something. Let's go backwards. Let's go over here and let's go back to Logger Pro. Once you did that, you're supposed to do a screen capture or call me over. You know what else we should have done? I forgot to tell you. Let's go over here and should have do a screen capture of that so I can save that, all right? And that is what you need to do.